Hey guys, Zephyrix here. So the debate was all done, and my thoughts on it. Well, I thought it was actually pretty cool. First of all, before I even get into my main thoughts, let me just say Pyro, MLD, I'm going to give you guys props. You guys kept it civil, extremely civil, and I was really, I was proud of you both, really. I was proud of you both. I watched both of you be extremely civil, which is something that's been rare on YouTube, I mean, you have a lot of these guys out here, long story short, I can put it like this, man. We set the example, basically. We set the example. Pyro, despite your thoughts on Pyro, straight up, yeah, he is one of those who sets the example. And while I don't, while some of the things that he says is outright crazy and sometimes, well, we're not going to get into that in this particular video. But the fact of the matter is that when it came down to it, he showed that he definitely was a man, he manned up, basically, and by man up, what I mean is, he came out there and he came completely civil from the go, and I'm definitely proud of Pyro for doing that. I didn't even think he was going to do that. I expected quite ignorance from him. I really did. I'm being honest with you, Pyro. Jay, I'll be dead honest. I was totally wrong, and I'm so happy right now to be totally wrong about you. I really am. I am extremely happy to be totally wrong about what you said. Or to me, or what I was thinking, how it was going to go. But like I said before, they both were, in the end, let's say they both did a good job. Now, with that being said, who do I think won? I got to definitely give it to Pyro, and I'll tell you why I give it to Pyro. Because, and this is why you need a mediator, a moderator. See, if there was a moderator, then it might have been a different story. Let me explain something to you. Pyro, basically, I don't think that was a debate. That can't even qualify as a debate. Do you know what kind of, do you know what that was? That was a, what do you call that? A really aggressive interview. Because the entire time that I actually listened to it, well, I'm going to be honest before I even say that. Let me be honest with you. I saw 1, 2, and I saw half of 3, and then I listened to, half of round 4. I didn't get to listen to all of them because I was out with my wife, So the funny part is that Pyro had him if you listen to the entire thing, basically what MLD was doing was pretty much responding. He kept responding. He didn't seem like he was going on the offensive, unless maybe 4 and 5 was something totally different. But he didn't seem like he was going on the offensive. And I actually was listening to Pyro, and I remember some things that Pyro would say, and I'd be like, Pyro got himself. He let himself open. Here we go. And then I would listen for MLD to hit him with it, and MLD never said it. And I was like, really, MLD? Really? Really? I was shocked at some of the things that MLD was missing. Like, literally, Pyro was leaving himself wide open for different things. Let me give you a fine example of what I'm referring to. It's just one example of him leaving himself wide open.
$300. I mean, the cheaper they got, the more gigabytes they put in there. The one thing that I will never do, is go to the 360. You're talking about mandatory installs. I give no fuck about it. I can go to Amazon and go get a very cheap hard drive. They have a 500 gigabyte PS3 hard drive for $54. Opposed to your 250 gigabyte for like 140 or some shit. That's what I'm talking about.
See, right there, that was a nice prime ignorance right there. That in my opinion, MLD should have just pounced on. Really, because it's funny because I can buy a hard drive for my Xbox 362 for $30 and $40, and have it maxed out in gigs. I think 256 is the highest for Xbox 360, and I would have got him for that. There was a lot of things Pyro was saying, especially in round 1, that I would have totally got him on. But like I said before, I wasn't in this debate. This debate was not about me. So definitely big props to Pyro for going ahead and taking care of business. I want to say 2 things though. First of all, guys, a lot of you apparently don't know what a moderator is. Listen. A moderator doesn't give his opinion. All a moderator does is basically go ahead and pretty much make sure that the other 2 players are playing in the allotted rules. whether I agree that the PlayStation 3 is a good system, or do I agree that it's a bad system, or vice versa when it comes to the Xbox 360, is irrelevant. My opinion doesn't matter. I wouldn't even speak. The only thing I would be saying, well, any moderator for that one would be saying, well, okay, Pyro, you have 2 minutes, go. You would give us 2 minutes. The only time I would say something else would be, okay, 30 seconds, Pyro. Things like that. Close arguments. Then I would go to MLD, let him get his 2 minutes in, and then I would give Pyro 1 minute to go ahead and rebuttal anything that MLD said, or rather 1 minute and a half. And I would give MLD 1 minute and a half, and that would be one category. And then you would go to the next category. That's how a debate works. A debate needs a moderator. Do you know what you have when you don't have a debate? You have people crying back and forth, or you have an aggressive interview, which exactly what that was. That wasn't a debate, man. That was an aggressive interview. And it really was to me, because Pyro pretty much had him 100% on the ropes, So, like I said, for big... Oh, I'm sorry. I want to say something else, too. To the people who were, some people were trying to say that I was trying to get attention from this. Really? Why would I need attention? Why would I need attention? Pyro only has 1.7 subscribers. I'm somewhere around 2,000. I'm not saying that it's a huge leap and jump between them, but the fact of the matter is that why would I go looking for attention from someone who does not have as many subs as me? That kind of defeats the purpose, doesn't it? I'm just saying. Also, I want to go ahead and talk to someone else. Now, someone also mentioned that they said that I was, one reason they saw me biased is because I critiqued, I was calling Pyro out on the fact that he had PC, games that were also PC, on here. That's not what I said. Okay? Understand something. What I was saying is that why would Pyro actually go out of his way to say if it's on PC, it doesn't count as an exclusive on the Xbox 360, but then have games here, like this one, or actually these two, and this one, and there was another one around here too. I forget exactly what it was. But anyway, and things like that. And I also was questioning why would this be on the list when all three of the games are on other systems, the original Xbox and GameCube. I was also questioning why was this on the list, seeing that all these Mortal Kombats are also on different consoles as well. That's what I was saying. Okay? I was not saying that they couldn't count. In my opinion, I believe in console exclusives. I believe that if it's on a console and it is also on a PC, it counts as a console exclusive. Not only do I believe that, but Game Trailers believe that, GameSpot believes it, GameStop believes it. So if all the media is believing that, and that's pretty much the industry standard, I go with that. I go with the industry standard. I don't go by a whole bunch of Metascore fanboys who jump on the internet and say, I don't believe it is, and call it that, well, deal, it must not be it, No, I believe that it is. I stick to that. Why? Because that's what the industry says. I give not a rat's ass what anyone on YouTube has to say regarding that. Put that out there. So, like I said before. And then the other thing I was going at him with was the fact that some of the things on his list didn't even have a release date. White Knight Chronicles 2, in fact. Some of these games don't have a release date. And some of these games have been questioned if they're going to be, not only if they're going to, some of these games, it's either questioned if it's going to come out in 2011, or it's questioned if it's even going to be exclusive. Final Fantasy Versus 13 is actually a proud example of a game that we might not even see until 2012 or maybe even 2013. Plus, we've heard that it's not even going to be a PlayStation 3 exclusive anymore. So, I was just going, that's basically what I was saying. I was critiquing his list. And also, he made comment to that too. And I would have totally smashed Pyro on that one too. And I was really surprised that MLD did not, counter on that. Basically, Pyro basically gave him plenty of openings. By all accounts of what Pyro said, he should have been destroyed. Really, Pyro should have been eliminated. But you know what? He wasn't. But you know what? Except for he didn't do it. MLD did not take advantage of what he should have taken advantage on, and that's in my opinion. So without a doubt, yeah, I gotta say that Pyro came on top. Pyro, he kept the energy going, he kept the aggressive going, and the aggression going rather, and he did fantastic. Big props to Pyro, big props to MLD too, both of you, for doing a really good job on the debate. Like I said before, you kept it civil. Always proud of you guys. You guys have a good night. Those are my thoughts.